welcome to Dubrovnik, welcome to NEM. We're witnessing a global content boom driven by streaming. What are the keys to success?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think in the international market, more and more international content are being seen everywhere, and it's a great opportunity for local content to travel and to find a home elsewhere. I think it's really important, and the basis for it is you have to be on the international market. If you're not present and you're not close to those partners that are using international content, you will not be able to see the possibilities. So I would like to recommend all these companies that are now in this part of the world, beautiful part of the world, by the way, which are producing original content to be more active in the international market. On the other hand, I think it's very important that we trust the things that we do, because it involves us being secure, being sure about the type of productions that we have been, and there to put them on the international market. I think there has been an incredible, much wider number of genres and much wider type of content, and from a much more bigger number of territories that are now coming to the international market. And sometimes we don't dare to think that our content might be one of those. And very, very often, please remember that, it just takes one content to do a breakthrough and to be on the international market. So I would encourage everybody to trust themselves, to be on the international market, and to really take, to dare to be there and present their content. That is, for me, the key to success.
Here at NEM, you're representing your company Movistar. Did I pronounce it right? Movistar?
Very good.
Yes, okay. So how do you choose projects that you're going to be involved in? How do you choose projects that you want to work on?
Yeah. For us, there's probably three rules. On the first hand, it has to be original content, so it cannot be a mix of three things you have seen before. It has to be genuinely something that we have not seen before. And it has to have a clear target. So you need to be clear that for the Spanish audience, it addresses and it's relevant and it's important and it's interesting for those that are really the main target, which is the Spanish audience in our case. And the third rule for us is we have to dare. We have to dare to have those actors that are not necessarily known for this type of characters. We have to dare to see things that are, to have stories placed in places that have never been done before, and to look at context that has not been explored before. So I think daring is something very important and it's part of our DNA. So those are probably the three things that we look for when we look at a content.
You made it sound so easy, but we know it's not. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
Yes. Since you're here in Dubrovnik, in Croatia, I have to ask you, do you have any projects in the region? Something that you've seen that is interesting to you?
Yeah, not yet. And this is part of the 3 days that I'm going to stay here. And I'm looking forward to meet many people and see many projects and see what are the options that we have in this part of the world. So it's great to be here.
Great. And the final question, you're a part of a special program here at NEM, New Law in Croatia, that shows examples of investing in local production. What are your experiences in that terms?
Our experience, the way that we have invested and how it's brought back, has been incredibly positive. We have got content created in Spain for the Spanish audience with the Spanish target that has become so relevant in the territory, has created so much buzz, has been so positive for the brand that we own and so much welcome, and has created a social dialogue and has gone into the press. And we found that when we do things where we dare and they're genuinely relevant for our audience, that it really reflects, and the audience really does pay back in a way of seeing us as part of a very important platform for them that they have to watch, where they get content that for them is relevant. So I think that there is a quality feedback or a quality, a great response from the audience. And I really encourage everyone to look at the original content as a great opportunity to be closer to the audience and to be very special for the audience. And that is what I'm going to tell in the panel later on today.
María, muchas gracias.
De nada, de nada.